Open your book to page 355. This lesson is on solving literal equations. So example 1, it says solve x plus y equal to 5 for x. So what it's saying is that you want to solve for x. When you're solving for x, means you want to have the x by itself. So you have to get rid of all the other stuff. Okay, so you want to have an x by itself, so you have to get rid of the y. So minus y minus y. So x equal to 5 minus y, and that's it. Again, when you're solving for x, means you want to have an x by itself. Okay. Now let's go to, so that's example 1a. So example 1b, you have x plus y equal to 5, and this one is for solve for y. So you're solving for y, means you want to have a y by itself, so you have to get rid of the x. So you have to pay attention on what you're solving. Whatever you're solving is what you want to keep, and you want to get rid of everything else. So you got y equal to 5 minus x. Okay, so when you're solving for x, you're going to have x by itself. When you're solving for y, you're going to have y by itself. So let's go to example 2. You have 3x plus 4y equal to 12, and you're solving for x. So again, when you're solving for x, means you have to get rid of all the other stuff. So minus 4y, so minus 4y. So first get rid of that. So you kind of get rid of the stuff further away and you work your way in. So you got 3x equal to 12 minus 4y. Then after that, you divide by 3, divide by 3. So you have x equal to 12 minus 4y over 3. Okay, and that's your answer. Again, when you're solving for x, you want to have x by itself. Okay, let's go to example 3. Example 3, you have 4ab over d equal to 15, and this is for a. So when you have fraction, first thing you want to do is go and get rid of the fraction. So you can either cross multiply or you multiply by LCD, right? Multiply by common denominator, so this can cancel out. So you got 4ab equal to 15d. Now again, remember you're solving for a, right? So you're solving for a, so you're keeping the a, so you have to get rid of the 4 and the b. And when you're going to get rid of something, you have to do the opposite. This is a multiplication, so to get rid of it, you have to divide by 4b. So that the 4 cancel out, b and b cancel out, right? So a equal to 15d over 4b. Okay. Now let's go to example 4. Example 4, you have a equal to p times 1 plus rt, and this is for t. So right now you have parentheses. So first you have to do is get rid of the parentheses. So multiply out. Okay. So you got a equal to p plus prt, right? So multiply. And you're solving for t, so you have to get rid of all the other stuff. So first you need to minus the p. So you got a minus p equal to prt. And then next, you have to get rid of the p and the r. So you have to do the opposite. See, this is addition. So to get rid of addition, you do the opposite. So you do the subtractions. To undo the multiplication, you have to divide, right? So you're solving for t, so you want to keep the t. So you have to divide by pr. So divide by pr. So you got t equal to a minus p over pr. And that's it. Okay, let's go to example 5. You have I equal to NE over R plus NR, and you're solving for N. Again, first, let's go ahead and get rid of the fraction, so you can either cross multiply or multiply by common denominator. So you can multiply by r plus nr, r plus nr, right? So this cancel with that. So go and distribute. So you got ir plus inr equal to ne. Now you're looking for the small n. So notice you got small n here, you got small n here. So you have to collect all the one with the n. So again, when you're solving for the n, if you have it all over the place, you have to get them all together. So minus I n r minus I n r. So you got I r equal to, right, they cancel out. So you got n e minus I n r. Now the next thing is, again, when you're solving for r, you need to get r. When you're solving for n, you need to get n by itself. So first you have to get all the n together. Then you're going to factor it out. So going to factor out the n. So you got e minus I r. Okay. So you can get all the n terms together. So you can factor it out. Then after that you can go and divide by the group. So divide by e minus I r. So divide by e minus I r. Okay, so you can first get rid of the fraction. Then after that you get all the one you're looking for. Get all the n on one side so you can factor out the n. Then after you can divide by the group. So that's how you get n by itself. So n equal to I r over e minus I small r. And that's your answer.